All right. So, podcast time. I didn't feel very emotionally connected to the podcast yesterday. And I'd like to apologize to everybody about that. I keep feeling like I'm dropping into a voice. I feel like I'm dropping into a podcast voice, or a broadcasting voice, or a performing voice. And I want to get away from that. I want to get away from that. I want to get away from that and sound like a natural human being, for God's sake, and share my inner feelings. And I think the other reason why I'm doing this podcast, or at least the goal of the day, is to be just present. I keep saying that. Present, be in the moment, be present, be in the moment. BMW, being in the moment, BMW. BMW. Which I think is Bavarian Motor Company, is that what it is? BMW. But being more emotionally available, because I think that's, at the end of the day, what everyone wants. Well, everyone wants funny at the end of the day. But comedy and vulnerability. Comedy and vulnerability, my friend, are two sides of same coin. And that coin is Bitcoin. Nope. That is not Bitcoin. I hope this person doesn't plow into me, because he is slamming on the gas, headed towards a giant line of traffic. That's what people do. Probably because he or she is in a hurry, because he or she didn't leave early enough, because they don't have enough self-integrity at this point to get up early enough to not have to rush as they live their life going from compromise to compromise. I think the other reason why I don't feel like I have a natural voice right now is because I'm afraid that the mic is not picking it up. So I'm feeling I have to project a little bit. Because when I go back and listen to this, I should have a better mic. I should be doing this correctly, is what I should be doing. And I'm not. I'm not doing it correctly. I'm just using the mic off of the phone cable. But now they have those wireless things, which I think have a mic. Maybe I should use one of them. Perhaps that will solve my problem. Man, a lot of rich cars in this area. Jaguar, BMW. Not that Chevy Malibu, which is really gyrating, that Malibu in front of me. It's gyrating a bit too much. There might be a suspension problem with the Malibu. That's a name that makes sense. Chevy Malibu. You're naming it after this cool place in California that evokes an image of fun in the sun, as opposed to the Chevy Arvada, which evokes, it's going to be a long winter. That's what it evokes. The Chevy Poughkeepsie. Ugh. So, what is being present, being emotionally available. That's what I got to work on. That's the thing. Being present, being emotionally available, and attacking fear. Just attacking it head on. Going up to fear and going, I don't think so. And fear saying, did you wash your hands? But I don't know. I don't know. I am... It's been 4 days since I've been on Tinder. I don't know. I almost sound like I'm at an AA. I've gone 4 days without Tinder. And I'm beginning to feel the withdrawal. Actually, I feel in many ways better. But I'm trying to live my life in the moment. I kept making excuses with dating, which is I'm not ready yet. I don't have enough money. I need to be my life needs to be perfect. And I see now that by saying that, the irony is I think I'm pushing everything that I want farther away because I'm not really going after anything. So I've got to do the opposite and just go for what I want. And I got to be able to start. I've got to be the one asking women out. That's the big thing. I've got to make that. I've just got to do it. It's just scary to do that because I don't, when I joke about, I'm a pain in the butt, I'm not a good catch, why would anyone want to date me? Which is all an exaggeration. But I think if we strip this down to the essence, to the truth of it, I don't think I'm that bad. I think I have stuff to offer. I have strengths and weaknesses. I think my biggest weakness is that I worry a lot, and I'm afraid that will annoy people, because I know it annoys people. It annoys people I work with. It annoys... Well, I really don't have... I have friends, but I don't see them a lot. Which is why our relationships are so solid. But I guess my fear is, the more I'm around people, the more my constant worrying at them gets on their nerves. Now, I suppose the solution here would be to not worry anymore, but, can you ask an eagle not to soar? Can you ask a mountain not to stand tall? So that's my conundrum. Truly, that is my conundrum. So I gotta move past it, and I've got to just, as the sign says in one of the places I used to tempt, do what you fear, watch it disappear. Although now that I think of that phrase, actually, what is disappearing? The fear or the doing of what I'm afraid of? It's not specified. Does it mean ask people out and gradually the fear of asking people out will disappear? Or does it mean ask people out and they will disappear? It's not clear. It's not clear. They should rewrite that to say, do what you fear and watch it, in parentheses, the fear we mean, not the thing you're doing, end parentheses, disappear. Is it less poetic? Yes, but it's much more accurate. Yeah, so this is a big thing. I've got to just do it. And be able to be present. And all the things that I'm afraid of, I've got to face it now. So that is what I am trying to do. But the question is Tinder the best avenue for this? Because there are other dating apps. Maybe the dating app is not the best way. Maybe what I need to do, if I really want to challenge myself, if I really want to face my fears, is go to places where other people are and engage them. Yes. That is terrifying. So maybe for one night a week, I have to go to a bar or a place where other people are that are not the usual other people. God, that sounds awful. But that's what I got to do. That is what I got to do. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I am saying? I think you do. Excuse me. Yes, excuse me. Pardon me. That is what I am saying. So, the question is, what next? What next, America? What next? That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. All right, now I'm repeating myself, Josh. Can I go even deeper than this? Can I go even deeper than this? I am worth being with. Ooh. Oh, I hate saying that out loud. I don't mean to brag. And I don't even know what a relationship would look like. Because I want to be at the open mics as much as possible and performing as much as possible. So would it even be, is this even going to be possible? Again, that's me being afraid. So I got to just jump out there and to use the phrase I hate, cross the bridge when I get to it. Okay, so we've established that. So that's what I got to go and do. That's what I got to go and do. I want to talk about something else because this is hard to talk about, which means I need to keep talking about this. What is the origin of this? Why the low self-esteem? Where does it come from? Because I remember my 4th grade teacher saying to my parents, he hesitates in social situations. So this goes back a long time. I was very oversensitive. I always felt like the kids were making fun of me when it wasn't even that bad. But socialization was hard. That phrase has haunted me. He hesitates in social situations. Part of me wants to go back to that teacher and say, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 32, so man, you were perceptive. Don't ever let anyone tell you you don't know what you're talking about. This is an affirmation. Did I just adopt my parents' attitudes? I think my dad's a pretty shy guy. Did I just copy him? But my mom is not. My mom's very gregarious. So why did I copy my dad and not my mom? Is it a you tend to just model yourself after the same sex? Why did I inherit my dad's shyness and my mom's anxiety? There's a question. Why have I taken the worst of all worlds? There's a fantastic question. I see fog rolling in over the tops of the Burbank Mountains, which reminds me of this Eugene O'Neill monologue we all had to work on in building a character class that began with, "The fog was where I wanted it to be." I really got to hate that monologue. I really did. Just hours and hours of repeating it over and over, trying to feel it. The fog was where I wanted it to be. The fog was where I wanted it to be. The fog was where I wanted it to be. The fog? Oh, it was where I wanted it to be. The fog was where I wanted it to be. The fog was where I wanted it to be. And it's getting a little William Shatner there. The fog was where I wanted it to be. Fog? Oh, that's fog. The fog was where I wanted it to be. Eingewalt, the fog. Eugene O'Neill. I studied and read Long Day's Journey into Night, I think in high school. Or no, was it The Iceman Cometh? I think it was The Iceman Cometh. That was the one I read in high school. Oh my gosh. That play. Eugene O'Neill, we get it! You're depressed! We understand! We totes get it. We totes get it. All right, so that's our feeling on that. That's what our thinking is. That's what my thought is. That's how it's happening. I think we accomplished a lot with this podcast today. Don't you? All right, where's that voice coming from? What am I running from? What am I running from? From what am I running? Why am I running? Why am I running? That, my friends, is an excellent question. And that's what we're going to discuss on the next Joshcast. What do you mean he didn't understand where it was coming from? We told him the fog was going to be right there. Damn it, man! I said the fog was where I wanted it to be. Where is it? Where is the fog? Next time on Joshcast.